What would summer be without the smell of fresh cut grass or the caramel corn smell of the county fair? What if the holidays didn't include the sharp resin scent of evergreens and earthy cinnamon and cloves? What if the smell of your firstborn's nursery didn't include the clean fragrance of baby powder and warm linens? What would our memories be like if it weren't for scent? We know how important scents are to you, and because of that, they're important to us too. Our goal at Scentsy is to help warm the heart, enliven the senses, and inspire your soul through fragrance. To make that happen, we rely on science and artistry, but most of all, emotion.
I love to develop fragrances for Scentsy. It's something that I'm very passionate about. I've seen how certain scents affect people, and I've had those experiences myself. I first encountered Scentsy when Orville brought samples home from a trade show. I was visiting with my mom and sister, and we decided to warm banana nut bread. We were having a great time talking about family memories when Orville came home and asked what I was baking. I wasn't baking anything. It was the banana nut bread fragrance. I knew then that we had an opportunity to help bring joy to other people through fragrance. The process of bringing a fragrance to our customers begins a full year before the scent appears in the catalog. There are trends in fragrance just like there are in colors or clothing, and we stay on top of those trends so you can experience the latest fragrances. We work with the top fragrance houses in the world to develop more than 300 possibilities for each new line. After a lot of trial and error and smelling, we choose 15 to 20 scents for each new catalog.
Every fragrance created at Scentsy must have the perfect balance of top, mid, and base notes to ensure a complex, long-lasting, and memorable fragrance. This is called the scent pyramid. The top notes in the fragrance deliver the initial impact. They're the first thing you smell when you open a Scentsy bar. They're usually the freshest, lightest ingredients like citrus or herbs. The mid notes give a fragrance its overall character. Scents like flowers, spices, and fruits. Base notes, also known as dry down notes, are the heaviest, more enduring part of a fragrance. These might include resins, woods, musk, or even heavier fruit fragrances like fig. A full-bodied fragrance contains top, mid, and bottom notes that harmonize together. If a scent is too light, not enough base notes, it won't last. If it's too heavy, not enough top notes, it'll smell flat. And if it contains too many mid-notes, it runs the risk of being too simplistic. Each scent is tested at Scentsy to determine if it resonates with people. About a quarter of the fragrances we test immediately go back to the fragrance houses for revision. We might ask for more patchouli, less vanilla, more cinnamon, less musk.
I love testing fragrances. It's so much fun to refine scents until they're just right. I even like to bring them home and warm them as we test. I use them just like our customers will use them.
We are really lucky to have Heidi involved in this process because her scent memory is incredible. She has a true perfumer's nose. Heidi can break down 5 or 6 components of a fragrance. Most people, even professionals, are lucky to pick out 2 or 3.
Once the first round of sampling is complete, our scent selection committee of more than 100 people goes through the top performers. No labels and no colors are involved, before narrowing down the list to about 30 fragrances.
Testing is very important to Scentsy. Fragrances are so personal and everyone has different likes and dislikes. That's why we include more than 80 scents in each catalog. The variety gives everyone something to connect with.
After the fragrance is designed, the raw ingredients needed to make it are processed individually and put through rigorous quality control. The fragrance houses we work with adhere to stringent consumer safety standards, so we can bring only the finest ingredients to you. Scentsy bars contain as much fragrance oil as they can hold. We use a specially formulated wax blend and test each fragrance to ensure the fragrance oil doesn't separate from the bar.
We warm our bars in our testing laboratory and in real-world environments to discover exactly what you'll experience in your home. That's important because the way we experience scent can change based on the time of year, the level of humidity, and temperature in your home, or even how often you warm a particular bar. That's why we test in rooms of different sizes and try all sorts of variables.
The fragrance oils we use for wax are different than the ones we use for Scentsy on the go, but they have to match the character of the scent in our bars and bricks. Once the fragrance for the bars and bricks is exactly the way we want it, we modify and test it for our on-the-go products. Once we ensure the quality, strength, and longevity of a fragrance, the final creation takes place in our manufacturing center. Color is mixed into the wax by hand and the wax is poured into its package. It's then inspected one final time to ensure what you receive is of the highest quality possible.
By the time you enjoy one of our fragrance products at home, it has passed through many people who are just as passionate as I am about bringing you the best fragrance experience possible. We hope our scents help you create a mood, bring back a cherished memory, or simply create peace of mind.